Ladies and gentlemen, the best halftime show review you've ever seen. I give you your host, Mario. Y'all better be clapping. That's your part. Oh my God, it's your part. Yes, audience participation. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Halftime show. Listen, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with the Mario Ramon discussion. Check this out. If you like the video, definitely like the video below. Subscribe to the channel and don't forget to comment. Okay, so listen, let's talk about the halftime show. All right. First of all, it is just West Coast hip hop at its best. Now, Mary J did bring that New York in this dancery up in here, but it was just a mad tribute to Dr. Dre's catalog, and it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. Now, listen, I'm going to tell you some things that I would have loved to have seen them add to the show, but it's just my personal wish list. But let's go ahead and review the show. It started out with Dr. Dre coming out. Now, I love Dr. Dre for various reasons, but Dr. Dre, because he changed that music we hear, that dun 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 dun, that piano, and then when he played it for us live, oh my God, okay. It's too much to take in right now, but check this out. I like Dr. Dre because he has more money than probably most people. That, like, when he enters a room, he probably has more money than the people, and he don't wear like all the jewelry and pearls and diamonds and rubies, honey. He doesn't have anything implanted in his head like a ruby, like a Liz Taylor diamond implanted in his head, and he doesn't have, he just don't do all of that. He just wore something. It looked like that probably was the outfit he wore when he recorded the thing in the studio. And he just put that on and he was like, I'm going to let my talent shine. This is what I loved. It was like hip hop Broadway. Do you understand? It was hip hop Broadway. He didn't have no fireworks and no camels and no mules and shit, manatees all on the stage. It was just him and the giant switchboard, which I felt was phenomenal, which also subliminally showed us, hey, I'm the one that's doing this music. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting behind this giant switchboard. I'm about to play this Alicia Keys piano in y'all face. Oh my God, it was good. So check this out. And so then here comes Snoop Dogg. Okay, so let me tell you about Snoop Dogg really quick. So there were already videos on Snoop Dogg right before the show, the halftime show went on. He was kneeling down smoking one. I love Snoop. Let me tell you something. He will smoke one inside of a Wendy's while he is ordering. Hey, let me get that number 4. Can y'all grill the onions for me? And then he just light one. They were like, oh, sir, we can't smoke in here. He was like, oh, I'm Snoop. He was like, hey, ask your manager if he want to hit this. Hey, nephew, you want to hit this? You know what I'm saying? It's Snoop, okay? Now, he invented Who's Gonna Check Me, Boo, okay? Sheree said it, but Snoop invented it. He be smoking like if he was invited into the White House. Do you think he wouldn't try and light up? I'm going to give you 2 seconds to think about that. We're not going to waste too much time on some frivolous shit. He would, okay? Go and sit down on it. So Snoop Dogg came out and he was doing the Snoop Dogg and he was just showing us. I was like, oh, yes, California, come on. California knows how to party. Yes, we do. In the city, shake, shake it, baby. The dancers, they were all shaking it and all this. Everybody, oh my God, it was just too much. It was too much. So let's talk about when 50 Cent came upside down. Like, who's coming in upside down? Like, maybe Beyonce did that, like, 18 years ago. Remember at the MTV Awards when she came upside down? Then she did Baby Boy and all that shit, but not too many people doing upside down. Maybe Pink when she be spinning around and shit with the silk, But, and then so Okay, so let's get the obvious out the way. We got to get everything out the way. First of all, 50 Cent, he looked amazing and sounded amazing. So the obvious is all this mean stuff online that people talking about 50 Cent is $1 now, all of this stuff. First of all, he made in the club, when was that, 2000 something? And it's 2020. So first of all, he's alive. I'm just saying, because do you know how many of our people have passed away? You know what I'm saying? Shit, Luther gone, motherfucker. It's a free for all out here. So don't be talking about somebody weight like that, talking about 50 Cent is $1. Like, he's alive, he's doing well, he looks great. He may have picked up a 15 pounds or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. Because the one thing is, everybody was talking that shit. But the thing is, 50 Cent's body is like Whitney Houston's voice. You know how Whitney Houston's worst is most people's best? 50 Cent's body's worst is probably better than your best. The way you are right now, all these people going around talking about that. Let me see where you were 18 years ago. Post that picture, bitch. You had hair. You had hair 18 years ago. Gonna call somebody $1. And people like $1. I'd rather have $1 than 50 Cent or 15 cents. Shit. All right, so that's that. 50 Cent came out, he rocked it. And he had the dancers done, like it was in a club. The only gripe I had two gripes. One gripe is the people on the other side, didn't they pay money for this? Or they're watching it on the Teletron or whatever that shit? They're watching it on the Teletron, right? And I'm like, not for $5,000 a ticket? Not for $5,000 a ticket? So that was a gripe, because there was like a backdrop. Like, it should have just been, I don't know if it was because of the sound and they couldn't do it because of the acoustics of the, when they rap and everything. But I would have rather pre-recorded and let my fans over here. Can you imagine if my diehard fans were over there, bitch, and all they saw was a wall? I would black out. I would black out. I'm paying $2,000 to see Janet Jackson, and I'm looking at a wall, honey. Jesus of Jerusalem, Nazareth, and Bethlehem. Go on and sit down on it. I would pass out if this happened to me. Whoever thought of that one, I would say go and sit down on that. All right, but the rest of the show was good. So now listen, Eminem comes out, and then, yes, we know Eminem is going to kill it. That's like, you know what I'm saying, asking Sammy Davis Jr. to tap. He'd be like, oh shit, gladly, I sure will. Listen, we know Eminem's going to come out and kill it, and he did. Eminem took that knee. Now, y'all should be saying that's the best part of the show, because he took a knee for the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of like when Janet, he risked a little something. And they probably asked him, you better not take the knee or something. And Eminem said, okay. So Eminem, he's kind of like, I don't know. If I don't give a fuck what's a person, like, I don't give a fuck. If you don't give a damn, we don't give a fuck. If you don't give a damn, we don't give a... If you don't give a... Okay, y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know that song. If you don't give up, we don't give up. If you don't give up, we don't give up. Right. All right, so let's talk about... Okay, so I'm gonna say my favorite for last, and I know you think Mary J. Blige. I love my Mary. Oh my God, I do love my Mary. And let's go support. Good morning, gorgeous, gorgeous. That's gotta tell myself. And I like Rent Money, baby. She is laying down the law. Oh, baby, Rent Money is gonna be her Billie Jean. It's gonna be her new No More Drama. But speaking of No More Drama, we got to get to Mary J. Blige, okay? So it started out with her singing about her dancery. And Mary J. Blige, Dr. Dre produced the song for her. And we love Mary J. Blige. First of all, I don't give a shit if Mary J. Blige had the flute. And she was like, guys, I can't sing, but I'm going to hum for y'all today. And she do a church hum. And she'd be like, I don't need no music, y'all. I don't need no music. And she'd be like, oh, ooh, 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 oh, and she'd be making us cry and shit just from humming. So I don't give a crap what Mary J sings. I love Mary J. Shit, if that's your favorite auntie, if Mary J. Blige was your cousin or your sister or your auntie, you would be like, that's a bad. So leave Mary alone. What I'm saying is, if she was your family, you would be thinking she was tough. So for the people who keep trying to say this shit, you know what I'm saying. Because they was calling Mary $1 too. And I'm like, I don't give a crap what you say. Mary is the queen. Shit now. Whether Aretha Franklin is 25 pounds more or 25 pounds less, she's still Aretha Franklin, bitch. And she don't want nobody always sitting around her and her man. I don't want nobody always sitting around me and my man. They used to say, tell him, Riri, hey, hey, hey. I don't want nobody always sitting around me and that man. And then she be shaking in her wig. Man, that's when you know you mean it, because I ain't scared for my wig to fall off. I'm singing. And that wig just be toppling over. I say sing. So Mary J. Blige is our hip-hop Aretha Franklin. Y'all can kiss my butt and don't miss a spot, honey. I ain't worried about half that shit you talking about. So Mary J., she gave us, not only did she give us No More Drama, she gave us the whole My Life CD. Okay, so go on and sit down on it. Go and sit down on it, honey. If you say anything contradictory to this conversation, this might not be your channel. Okay? It's okay, baby. Somebody's waiting on you, Pumpkin Lamb. Okay? So Mary J. came out and jammed to me. And now, like I said, Mary can't do no wrong, but she did have on J-Lo's outfit. I don't know, with these designers, they was like, hey, you know what? Somebody left this in the dressing room. Would you like to wear it? And she was like, oh, sure. You know, Mary don't know. She filming Ghost Book 2. She ain't no designer. She's doing her job. She's expecting you to do your job. She's over here studying scripts and shit. You know what I'm saying? She got to learn this new Mary choreography. And I know y'all don't, and I know it's not on beat, but it's still Mary choreography. Doom, doom. It ain't on beat. But she still got to do it. And her dancers are like, they're struggling to do this choreography. Because you seen they was doing a Mary with Mary. And that's that's kind of like if you right-handed, you doing left-handed. To go do the Mary beat and learn choreography to the Mary beat, bitch, them dancers are baffled, honey. That's like Stevie Wonder driving on the 110. Okay? Now, you might can do an album, but you can't drive me to the corner. Okay, so Mary is studying her dance steps and she doing Ghost Book 2, honey. She got scripts to, you know what I'm saying? That's, we ain't got time for this. And so then she gets to the Super Bowl and they're like, hey, somebody left this in the dressing room. And she's like, oh yeah, this tight. And you know Mary didn't see J-Lo last time when she did it. And so she put J-Lo's outfit on and she just kept it moving. Now, one thing about it, Mary's hair came from her roots. Honey, that hair came from the motherland. Do you hear me? She better give me that Cape Cod. Honey, let me tell you something. 3 ancestors was sitting there rocking like she did it. She did it, honey. Mary's hair came from her follicles. As Jill Scott say, I love you from your follicle to your molecules. I said, now damn, Jill, are you a scientist? What she talking about? I love your DNA, honey. I'm like, you sound like a damn stalker now. You scaring me a little bit. I love you from your hair follicles. Now that's a little bit too much love now. You tapping my phone. We love Jill Scott. I love you, Jill. Hey, baby. So listen. Oh my God. So we got to finish with Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige turned it. Um, I don't know why she did No More Drama. The reason why is it's a celebration and it's a fast song. So I would have liked to have seen her do Fine or like Fine, 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 Fine and do the Mary, and everybody would have went ballistic. But other than that, if she had to do a slow song, I wanted her to do No More Drama because that's her signature song, and it's probably like her most, you know, biggest hits or whatever, even though all her songs are hits to me. So that baffles me when they be like, it's her only number one. I'm not saying this is the instance, but when there are artists of a Mary caliber and she has Real Love and You Remind Me and Reminisce and everything, just everything. Oh my God. The song with George Benson, what's the name with song with Monday, a friend of mine. Tuesday, you went away. Oh my God, Mary can sing anything for me. I would just close my eyes and just sleep on the sofa and just start singing. I don't give a shit. And she was like, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-O. And on his farm, he had a sheep, E-I-O. She just started screaming and shit. Then she passed out at the end of the song. I said, now that is drama. I thought you said you weren't going to do no more drama. And Mary got all these memes, honey, because she done passed out. Like, remember when they hit Sophia in The Color Purple? When Miss Millie brought her little funky ass over there, and she was like, "Oh my God, your kids are so nice and clean," and she touching their cheeks and shit, and them kids was like, "Get the fuck off me! What's wrong with her, Mom?" And then Sophia is like, and then she said, "Honey, your kids are so nice and clean. Won't you come be my maid, bitch?" And honey, Sophia took off her lace front wig. She didn't because they didn't have them back then, but if they did, she would have. Hell no. She said, hell no, she told her. And then she was the mayor's wife. But Sophia didn't give a shit, honey. She didn't care, honey. And then they said, excuse me, what did you just say to Miss Millie? And Sophia, she took her lace front back, because by then she had put it back on and she was pressing it down. And then by then, she said, I said, she had to pull it off again, bitch, just in case, because I can't let my lace front wig get in the dirt. So y'all hold this for mommy. Hold this wig for mommy. And, because I might have to get in the dirt. And she did. And I said, hell no. Nah. And they took the back of that gun and hit Sophia in her eye, honey. And my eye was itching. I didn't mean to do that. That was a coincidence. That's real crazy. But anyway, they took that gun and hit Sophia and shit. And then she laid out like Mary J. Blige did at the Super Bowl, honey. Just out. And then if you look at that scene, they a dirty dog. There's a dirty dog because they had the wind machine go, and then we saw Oprah's panties in that scene. I was just like a little traumatized as a kid because I had never seen like, at that age, I had never seen panties like that before. I hadn't, because the ladies in my house, they wore house coats. And so, you know, but when I watched The Color Purple and that wind machine blew, honey, I said, ooh, that's Stephen King. He's a dirty dog, honey. His name is Steven Spielberg. No, I ain't gonna say shit about Stephen King, honey. He have a dead cat up under my bed. No, Steven Spielberg. I love him. Okay, so my favorite, let's get to the favorite, is Kendrick Lamar. We gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. I don't know what he's saying in between, but I'm gonna go for it. We gonna be all boom, boom. We gonna be all right. That was my favorite. The reason why is the drama from, okay, so everybody had Faith Evans' blonde hair. It was too much. I'm like, where you find everybody for Faith Evans' blonde hair? Faith Evans' first CD. And then they had the blonde hair, and I said, oh, okay. But then they was doing all this dancing, and and dun, and Kendrick was in there with them. I said, okay. So the whole show was phenomenal. To me. I'm just saying, for hip hop, West Coast, and who else you gonna get? Now, remember I said I had one last gripe. My last gripe is I just wish Ice Cube had to come out. Some point they did some old NWA. I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe Dr. Dre didn't produce it or that, but just for unity and just to show us that, you know what I'm saying? And one last one thing, since we're on this subject, I didn't know when at one point because it lost me, but everybody had on like these tan outfits. Now I don't know, and I don't mean to be ignorant. God knows I don't mean to be ignorant, but were they jail outfits? I'm whispering and shit. I'm like, were they jail outfits? I'm really not like I don't know. I'm not trying to be funny. Because I don't want to offend somebody, like, because I didn't know if they were like, I don't know. That's what they looked like when I was in high school, like you know, the janitors. So I'm just baffled. I don't know, and that's probably something like I just probably wouldn't have wanted to see that image with millions and millions and millions of people across the world, and they're like, oh my God, that's, you know, our representation. Okay, so I let the you know, when we was dancing, doing all this, you know, because it could have been even more creative there too. But I let that go. But now, damn it, the khaki outfit. Now, if it's a part of our culture, let me know. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. But I just wish we had just did a little bit more because they said, you know, it costs millions and millions and millions of dollars. I'm like, we can get some outfits. That's all. That's all. No, literally. This ain't The Devil Wears Prada. That's all. If you like the video below. Subscribe to the channel and definitely comment. Tell me your views on how you like the halftime show and how you like the review. You know, thank you so much for hanging out with me for the Mario discussion. God bless you and have a great day. Peace.